Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? If you can hear me and you are excited to be here, can you type the word impact in the chat box? Go ahead and type the word impact. If you can hear me loud and clear and you're excited to learn one or two things, type the word impact. Let me see.
Joybert guided me on how to move and free myself and keep my human being in shape.
Good. I'm seeing, I want to read some names. I'm seeing Mboli Fisla. Sorry if I don't read your name, okay? I'm seeing Francois, I'm seeing Noella, I'm seeing Bestem, I'm seeing Ali Kiven, my Bansa brother, I'm seeing Elvis Bansa. Bansa, if you go to a place I don't see a Bansa man, run from that place. It's not a good place. Oh, God love, Tega, Ebanga, Kenneth, so many amazing people. Awesome. Good to see you all, everybody. I want to tell you something that if you take what I'm about to teach you here today and practice it, your life will never remain the same. Your career, your business, whatever you do will never remain the same. Okay, let me tell you something. Anybody you see that is doing exceptionally well in their career or in their business, there is something that they know that you don't know. There is something that they have access to which you don't have access to. Number one, they could have access to resources, and resources can be human resources and financial resources. Number two, they have access to tools and platforms. There are certain tools and platforms that when people know and people can use, they get to do things and achieve things in a way that you can never achieve, right? Number three, they know they have certain things about knowledge and skills that you don't know, because you will never build your life and career and business beyond the quality of your knowledge. The more your skills grow, the more your knowledge grows, the more you can be able to achieve more and produce more. Okay? So, in this session, I'm about to open your mind to a platform, to a tool that if you know how to use it, your life can never remain the same, right? You know, I've had a privilege to be interviewed on different global platforms across the world, and TVs, BBC, CNN, and all of that, and been to 20 countries plus. And one time in a magazine interview, they were asking me, how did I leave a small village like Kumbo? I started my career from Kumbo. How did I leave from Kumbo to travel the world? And I said something funny. I said three things. I said, God, hard work, and social media. God, hard work, and social media. And let me tell you, one of the social media platforms that changed my life is and was LinkedIn. In all these countries I've traveled to, 99% I've never met any of the people. They just see me on LinkedIn, on social media, and they say, hey, Joybert, can you come and do this? And they pay my flight, I go there, and we meet for the first time, right? So LinkedIn can change your life, your career, and your business. And what I'm about to teach you, these are things that people pay thousands and thousands. Well, I want to provide one-on-one LinkedIn consulting to somebody. I charge 250,000 francs to just teach you how to use LinkedIn. That is something I'm teaching for free. I'm only here because Henry is a friend. And for those who notice, lately I am not training in a public event a lot. I am focusing on my consulting and coaching. I'm no longer speaking in conferences a lot, right? So I'm about to teach you something special, something deep. And if you understand it and put it to work and just be patient and follow the process, you just give yourself some few months of consistency and dedication, you will be able to experience a career transforming experience and result. All right. Are you ready for this? Good. I'm sure for those who know me very well, when it comes to online and monetizing attention, there's this book I released. It's not showing very well. What's happened? Okay, building, managing, and monetizing attention. And in this book, I have taught people how they can monetize social media, how to build attention on social media, manage their attention, and monetize it, right? And in this book, I've mentioned some strategies in LinkedIn here in this particular book. So what I'm about to teach you is not from the place of guesswork. It's from the place of expertise, thought leadership, and of course, and practice, right? Good. So pay attention. If you have questions, keep it towards the end, and I'm sure that you will not leave here the same way. All right. I'm excited. I hope you are excited to be here. All right. I'm going to share with us 10 things about LinkedIn. 10 things that you need to know about LinkedIn and make sure you do it right. Okay. And I want to start by emphasizing that LinkedIn offers numerous opportunities for career and business growth. LinkedIn offers numerous opportunities for career and business growth. And if you don't take time to understand the platform, which this academy is already helping you to do, you will not be able to make good use of these opportunities, right? So if you are going to make good use of LinkedIn, you need to understand certain basic strategies, foundational things that you have to do. And just to give a disclaimer, sometimes people feel that to succeed on LinkedIn, you need to spend a lot of money. I have never spent a franc on LinkedIn. I have never done paid ads. I have never, and LinkedIn is in two ways. There's the free LinkedIn and there's the paid LinkedIn, what they call premium LinkedIn. I have never paid premium LinkedIn. I use the free LinkedIn like most people do, right? So you just need to have a good phone, a good laptop, access to the internet, and you start exploring the platform and you make good use of it. Okay, so anybody, I always say that as long as you can read and write, you can make good use of this platform. Deal? Yes. As long as you can read and write, you can make good use of this platform. But most especially, if you are serious at being a successful professional in the marketplace, you are serious at being successful in business and as an entrepreneur, you are serious at being successful either as a consultant, as a trainer, as a coach, as a pastor, whatever. I don't know, whatever you want to do, researcher, even a university student, wherever. These things I'm about to teach, if you understand them, practice them, you will be able to experience some powerful transformation. Follow me carefully as we jump through this. Right. Number one, the first thing that you need to do if you are going to experience the right opportunities on LinkedIn is create a strong profile. Create a strong profile. You need to spend time and develop a compelling LinkedIn profile. On LinkedIn, if you have a yayashous, lazy, poorly structured profile, you will not have the right attention. Research shows that, based on research from LinkedIn, it shows that a profile that is well structured and well written and well invested upon will get 14 more views. 14 will get more views 14 times than profiles that have been carelessly developed, right? And just to get a sense of what is happening, I just assume, I don't want to assume, if you have a LinkedIn profile, indicate in the chat box. Type I have a profile. If you have a profile, type I have a profile. I wish you were doing video. It would have been easy for people to just raise up their hands and I see. But now that some people are not on video, it will be hard. If you have a LinkedIn profile, indicate in the chat box. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, a good number. A good number. That's good. If you don't have a profile at all, you need to go create a profile. And anybody can create a profile on LinkedIn. If you have WhatsApp, if you have Facebook, then you can create a profile on LinkedIn. It's not rocket science. It's not mechanical engineering. It's not that difficult. Okay. Yeah. So if you don't have a profile, go create one. Go create one. It's very easy. Okay. When when I'm talking about account, right? When you create an account, now you develop a strong profile, right? Good. So the first and the most important thing to do on LinkedIn, create a strong, compelling profile. Without this single important thing, you will not get the best from LinkedIn. And there are many people who have accounts on LinkedIn for 5 years, even 10 years, and they cannot get the best out of LinkedIn because they don't have a strong, compelling profile. So what makes a good profile? Number one, profile picture. Your profile picture makes up a good profile. The second thing is your cover picture. Your cover picture must not be like mine, where you is over designed and all of that, right? But anything that represents the work you do. Same for your profile picture, and your cover picture should represent professionalism. That is the foundation. It should represent professionalism. Don't go take a selfie and post on LinkedIn. It's terrible. Don't go take a picture where you're sitting in a beer parlor or sitting in somewhere funny and put on Facebook. No, if you go to a studio or you post a picture from your office or whatever, but your face, it is always emphasized that your face should be very clear, that people can quickly see you, see your eyes, see your smile, and see who you are, or try to get a sense of who you are. Okay, good. After that, you need to work on your short bio. Of course, you need to have your names in order. Please never use nicknames on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, professional, is there anything like professional names? Official names. Names as they appear in all your certificates. The same order. It's not a place for slay queens and slay kings. LinkedIn is a globally recognized professional social media platform. I always say this. If you want to remain a local champion, be on Facebook and Instagram. If you want to go global and international in what you do, be on LinkedIn. Be on LinkedIn and Twitter, right? So here on your bio here, right? On your bio here, you add, if I come here and I take edit, are you still seeing my screen? Are you seeing my edit? Are you seeing this edit intro? Can everybody see it? I want to be sure. Just type yes. Can you see edit intro? Good. Awesome. So here, right, you see that put your first name, last name. If you have a middle name, people also have only 2 names, right? I have just 2 names, all my official documents. I don't have 3 names. If you have 3 names, you can put it there and all of that. So you now come here, what they call headline. This headline here, are you seeing this? This one, the headline falls here, this headline. Headline is something that somebody can read about you in, let's say, 15 seconds and they know who you are. Like if you read this, oh, Joybert is a business analyst, AI business researcher, corporate trainer, consultant, speaker, entrepreneur, Mandela Fellow, Obama Fellow, delegate to the World Bank Youth Summit. You can just quickly see who Joybert is in few seconds, and strong words. You don't just put any kind of words. Powerful words that represent who you are and possibly where you're going to, what you do. This is many people miss it here. Right? Good. So it's called your headline, or your what Facebook calls it bio, right? You do that here. Then here, that's where you put your current position. What you do, then you select your industry. Most of these parts, you select them when you're creating your account, and you can add your education, you add your location where you're based. If you're based in Cameroon, Douala like me, you write it. If you're based in Yaoundé, you're based in Nairobi, wherever you're based, you write it. You want to add your contact and website, you can add it, very easy to do. But my focus here was this headline. Your headline must be well crafted in a way that communicates your, how do I say this? In a way that communicates the industry where you are and the kind of work that you do. Okay, very important. Good. After the headline, the next most important thing that I need to work on LinkedIn is some of these things just start appearing there as we begin to work on them, right? There's a place where you get to add this, open to work. Open to work here means you're indicating that people can come to you and either hire you or pay you for services, freelance, whatever, they come here. Services that you're providing. If you're providing freelance services, you highlight them there, as simple as that. The next most important thing on LinkedIn is this, about. Now, about is where you elaborate more about who you are. It's like you're elaborating what you wrote on the headline. You break down who you are. You break down your achievements. You break down what you do, what you have done, and all of that. You need to carefully write it. About is so important that there are people on LinkedIn that their job is for other people to pay them to write their about. Many people always reach out to me to write the about for them. Sometimes I charge 50,000 francs to write a 300 words about. Because this is where when people read about you, they can decide to do business with you or not. Like many times people come to me on LinkedIn. Hey, Dr. Joybert, I read about you on LinkedIn. There's an event here in Singapore, in Dubai, all of that, in the US, Canada, all of that. There's a scheduled payment, all of that. This is what they read. This is what they read. Let me show you proof. Let me show you proof of what I'm talking about. There is a place on let me see, where's that thing? Let me show you proof of what I'm talking about there. I think they updated that stuff. Okay, just give me a moment. So when people come to read about you, okay, you see, if you come under analytics, post impressions means like how far my post have gone and all of that. Now, but I'm focused here. LinkedIn is telling me that in the last 90 days, 998 people viewed my profile. Now, 998 people viewed my profile means many of them either also read my profile. Somebody viewing your profile means they view your profile picture, cover page, your headline, and all of that. And majority also read about. These are the people that when they read about me, they now decide to come inbox or send an email that they saw me on LinkedIn and they would like to do business with me or want me to speak at the event. Another one, search appearances. People just go on LinkedIn and then they search business speaker in Africa, business speaker in Cameroon. And then LinkedIn begin to suggest, and LinkedIn suggests based on the keywords that you wrote in your about. So when you're writing your about, you need to make sure that the words that represent your industry and the work you do are very feasible in your about. Somebody is searching for somebody around your industry, LinkedIn can suggest that, hey, this person's profile represents that this person can do what you're looking for. Are you following me? This is very important, right? Now, if when you break down, look like here, it says keywords you were found for. These are the keywords. So somebody can search, looking for a business speaker who has a doctorate degree. For example, they also found looking for a corporate finance specialist. And since there's a word corporate in my headline, LinkedIn suggested me to them. Bank consultant and fellow, financial analyst and this. You see, these are the kind of keywords. And sometimes you can begin to look at keywords on LinkedIn, and when you're writing your about, you tell up to that end. If I teach you only about and you understand and do it right, it can transform 50% of your LinkedIn game. I want to open the, I hope it's not too technical. Are you learning something new? Indicate in the chat box. I want to be sure that you're learning something new. Is it opening your mind to something different? Good. You don't guess work on LinkedIn. So this is about I'm talking about. So you see, all of these searches. Now, you can go further and see that top companies your searchers work at: Foundation Foundation, Intercredit Group, one of the large financial houses in the world, CARE, WordPress, University of Bamenda. You never know where these people work. Sometimes sometimes somebody write me on LinkedIn, I'll come here and check. I'll just see that the person checked my profile before coming to write me in my inbox, right? Good. So you see all of these profile viewers, search appearances. These are people that have read my about. So spending time to write your about is very important. If you come to my about, you're going to see basically everything about me. You're going to see the things I do. You're going to see my skills. You're going to see the countries I've traveled to. In your about, this is where you brag. You brag about your professionalism. But don't tell lies, because they'll catch you. Brag about what you have truly done. Okay? This is where you hype yourself. This is where you talk about yourself, right? So after this, you can take time and read my about, and you can learn one or two things from there, how I've structured it. And one thing you see in my about that stands out, I like to talk about, is numbers and dates. Numbers and dates. Just write grammar. No, make sure you put numbers and dates. It makes you credible, and it makes people to trust you. Okay? I like to put my number and my phone number and my email, because I don't want somebody to struggle to give me money. Right? That's what I always say. It should not be hard to find. If you're out to make money in this world, make sure that you are easily accessible. Right? So it's easy to get my email and send to me, or call me directly and we talk business. You call me and talking nonsense, I block you. Simple as that. Okay, I shouldn't be hiding my number, because I don't want people to be calling me anyhow and all of that. After all, LinkedIn is very professional. No, when anybody calls on LinkedIn, it's serious business. There's nothing like unnecessary, disturbance and all of that. All right. So you see, make sure that you get your stuff right. So we're seeing that to get your LinkedIn right, you need to make sure you get your profile picture good. There are some of you that after today, you need to go to a photo studio. Who needs to go to a photo studio after this? If you know yourself, just be repenting. Just put it in your goal. Your main goal for the month of June is that you need to go to a photo studio and take a corporate professional picture. See, let me tell you something. If you are going to succeed in this world, you need to learn how to invest in your image. You hear me? You need to learn how to invest in your image. You need to learn how to invest in your image. Don't just post anything anyhow. See, whether you like it or not, when people see you how you look before they start checking your content. So if you are looking shabby, hungry, careless, which word can I use? Nobody's going to trust you. Invest in your image. You understand? Invest in your image. Let me show you a folder of just my image. You see this folder? This folder is just pictures, studio pictures. This one says when I used to take pictures like 5-6 years ago, when I was still broke. Even though I was still broke at that time, when I could not afford the suit at that time, I would still go to the studio and take a picture with the best dress I had at that time. I understood the power of image. Lord, I now where they are every year I take a new picture. I go to the studio and take pictures that I can use to brand myself. And these things are not expensive. Sometimes people just assume that they're expensive. No, if you don't pay attention to these things, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Right? So invest in that, and it is going to really help you as a person. Okay? Awesome. Let me see. So some of you need, after today, this month, put it on your to-do list that you're going to take a photo. You're going to go to a studio and take a professional photo. Men wear a suit and a tie. If you cannot afford, beg it if you can, or just wear your best traditional dress, right? But look good. Women look corporate, right? Very important. Sometimes with the 5,000 francs, 10,000 francs, it's good to go. Okay. So as we said, make sure you have a good profile picture, cover picture, your headline, write your names as they appear in all your documents. All these things I said, it says activity. These are the things I post and I comment upon. So it does, this one will be appearing automatically as we share them. Then here we're talking about. This is one of the top one, or I don't know if I say top one or top two or top three most important thing that you must do on LinkedIn, right? Get your about the right way. Okay. After that, now experiences coming. You know what? I'm talking about point one of the things you need to know about LinkedIn. We're still in point one, where we're talking about building a compelling profile. Okay. The next thing on that compelling profile is your experience. Where have you done your, this way you can add your internships, you can add your volunteering experience, you can add where you have worked and you have been paid, freelance, you can add if you're a founder of a company and all of that, you can add them all right here. Okay, you add name of the company, the position, dates, and what you do in that position. Very important, very important. After that, the next thing is education. The next thing is education. You can add your education. You have HND, diploma, degree, whatever. You can add them here. If you are finished with this program and they give you a certificate, you can add it here. All right, from an institution, you can write it here and all of that. If you can put certifications. Let's say if you have done, let me say for example, if you are here and you have done our training program that we do on how do you call it, where you become a certified trainer and facilitator. There's a program we run and we train people how to become international facilitators, workshop trainers, and all of that. You put it on the certifications, very important. It makes you very powerful on LinkedIn, right? Sometimes there's separate volunteering. So I always prefer, if you have very small work experience, move all your volunteering experience to your work experience. Okay, good. For skills, here you just come and demonstrate your skills and all of that, the things that you do, and they are added, and you are endorsed. Your skills are being endorsed by different people. You don't endorse yourself. All right. Here, these are people that worked with you or other people. They endorse you. That, oh, looking at what this person talks about on LinkedIn, this person has skills in impact analysis, people management, project management, and so on. These things come with time, especially endorsement on LinkedIn. It comes based on the people that know you, and they can endorse you to do that. Same for recommendations. It's good to have recommendations. People can write recommendations about you. Recommendations make your profile, makes LinkedIn to suggest you to more people. Okay, you can ask people to write your recommendations on LinkedIn. Very important. Here are publications. Very important. This is where you, if you have published articles, I'm not talking about those things that we wrote, that we write on Facebook. I'm talking about either academic articles, scientific articles, or well-structured articles that people can read and pick out something that makes sense. Articles that have some level of research. This is where you add them here, publications. For example, you can add your first degree thesis. You can add your master's degree thesis here. I always say something funny. You cannot be claiming that you're a professional. You did your degree or your master's degree and your final work is not on the internet where somebody can also read and gain something that you did. One thing that proves that you're a professional is that you have published a body of work to the public. People can also read about you, about what you have contributed, about your own research. I also cite what you research on their own work. That's how the industry grows. So you add them under publications here. So for those of you that defended your degree, master's degree, whatever degree, and you have your final work, upload it on the internet, upload it on Google Drive, copy the link, come and put it here somewhere, and let the society read from it, okay? Awards, if you have won awards, you can add them here. It makes your profile strong and builds your credibility and all of that. Yeah, so again, and you don't build a good profile overnight, okay? But you need to start and do all these important basic things. And sometimes while you're on LinkedIn, you see what somebody has done on their own profile and it's nice and it's making them grow. You can also learn from them, come and do the same thing or improve it, and make sure that you are learning from them. Yeah, that's it about creating a strong profile. So far, so good. Did you learn something from that? The next thing I want to talk about is network. Build your network. That's the second thing that you need to do on LinkedIn. You need to learn how to build your network. Okay, you need to learn how to build your network. Now, LinkedIn without people basically makes no sense. The power of LinkedIn is in the networks that you build, it's in the people that you met and all of that. So when you come on LinkedIn, you must not just be how do I say? You must not just be passive. No. And this is where the power of having a complete profile makes sense. Because if you follow somebody and somebody comes and read about you, they can refuse not to follow you back because you're not valuable. Because one thing that makes LinkedIn is value. So when you follow somebody, they will definitely come and read your profile. And if they read your profile and say that you sound like somebody they can learn from and grow with, they will definitely also follow you. Okay, but you need to be intentional at connecting with people on LinkedIn. That's the second thing. Build networks on LinkedIn. And again, the first way you can do is you can search people. Like, for example, I am leading this session right now and you're on LinkedIn. After this, you can search me on LinkedIn and send a connection request, right? And we can start building from there. And when I see, I'm going to accept your connection request because maybe I'm going to recognize your name, right? Or you can do that. You send a message, you send a request, you send a message. Oh, my name is this, and I am from the African Digital Marketing Academy. All of that. You write it so that I can recognize from somewhere, and then we can connect from there. All right. The second way to build your network is you need to exchange on different posts. You can share the post of other people. You can comment on the post of other people. Don't just read and pass. You need to engage with other people, okay, by providing valuable insight and all of that. You can post opportunities. You can post job opportunities. You can share them. You can share conferences and all of that. That's how you build a network. The secret of building a network is engaging and showing proof that you're a valuable person, because on LinkedIn, people only connect with valuable people. The only reason that I have 20,000+ followers on LinkedIn, or connections on LinkedIn, is because of value, right? Good. The third thing, I said I'm going to share 10 things about LinkedIn. The third thing about LinkedIn is you showcase your accomplishments. You showcase your accomplishments. It's very important for you to showcase your accomplishment. I'm talking about professional, career-driven accomplishment. When you do something, when you achieve something, it's good to upgrade your. That's why there's no static LinkedIn profile, right? For example, if you completely finish this program and you are issued a certificate, you need to come on LinkedIn and showcase that accomplishment. Upgrade your education profile that you have completed a certified program in digital marketing from this academy. You understand? When you do that, you begin to prove, you are showing the algorithms of LinkedIn that, hey, you are a valuable professional and you're growing and you're building your value. And since LinkedIn thrives on value, they can begin to suggest your profile and the work you do with other people. And the more other people know and search about you, the more opportunities you have. Okay, showcase your accomplishments. If you go for a seminar and you participate in the seminar and you learn something in the seminar, don't just take selfies in the seminar. Take good pictures and you can post on LinkedIn. Oh, 2 days ago, I had the privilege of participating in this event, and I learned so and so stuff, right? You're showcasing that, and it helps a lot. I'm trying to see if I can show you samples of what I'm talking about. Okay. This picture of and my wife. That's a company you share. You can share your personal stuff and all of that. But let me see. You see, I was talking about engagement. When I read an article that is interesting on LinkedIn, this is an article by International Monetary Fund and World Trade Organization founders, directors. I read it, it was nice, and I shared it. And when you share that, people say that, oh, this is somebody who is sharing value. That's how, you begin to build your network, and people like to connect with people that share things that make sense, right? I read an article about the growth of AI in Africa, and I said, oh, this is nice, and I shared it, and many people found it interesting too, and they read and all of that. But I want to show you accomplishments. This is post. You also post on LinkedIn, right? I also make posts, and that's how you build connection on LinkedIn. Okay, sharing articles. I want to show you an accomplishment that I shared. Okay, this is an accomplishment that I shared. While I was in Washington, I did a certified business consulting program with the U.S. Institute of Diplomacy and Human Rights. And then when I did that, I updated my LinkedIn and I shared it, right? When you do that, LinkedIn likes it. People like it. So I congratulate you. It gave me 1,300 impressions. And the more people see this, they would like to check out the profile. And before you know it, can lead to a discussion on social media. So the secret is make sure you are building your network and you are engaging. You're posting things that make sense. You're posting professional content, valuable content, things that people can learn from you is very important. I want to show you one way that you can also build powerful networks and attention on LinkedIn is, this one is an award that I added. See, they gave me an award like 4 days ago, a Thought Leadership Award in Learning and Development. I added on LinkedIn and it gave me a lot of attention. Works good. Now, this is what I wanted to show you. As I was saying, LinkedIn is a professional platform, right? So if you attend a conference, a summit, a seminar, whatever, it's good to take pictures. You don't just take those pictures to show off, no. Because there are some places that when people see that you go there, they begin to pay attention on you because it shows that you're a valuable person. And when you come, don't just go and post that, oh, I went for an event and I had fun. No, there is a way a professional talks about an event that they attended. There's a way. Don't just come and post selfies and all of that, right? You can summarize why you went for the event, what you learned, what happened at the event, the key takeaways, what you did, the meetings you had, the discussions you had. Be very professional. When you do that, it leads to more opportunities, and it can make people to start seeing you as a credible person. You understand? So on a place like LinkedIn, professional events are very powerful. When you attend professional events and you can communicate in a powerful way like what I'm showing you, it's going to open you up to more opportunities and more events that you can attend. Right? Good. So that is the well, that's the second or the third thing. Okay, the second thing. The number one, we are saying you need to create a strong, compelling profile. And that's the foundation. If you miss on number one, forget about every other thing I'm teaching you. Number two, we saw that you need to build a network. And to build a network, you need to show that you're a person of value and you're engaging. Number three, you need to showcase your accomplishments. If you get a new certificate, a new internship, volunteer opportunity, you finish a project, you attend an event and all of that, post it and create professional content, right? The fourth thing that you can also do on LinkedIn is you can search for a job and you can search for internships. Oh, yes. In Cameroon, where you are right now, if you're really skillful at something, you can be in Cameroon and work and get paid in the US if you can do the job. But you just need to know how to search for a job. You can search for international internships. And before you never know. A company, if you are so valuable, a company can pay you and bring you to that country, you do internship and go back, or you can start a career, a bigger career from there, whatever. But you can use LinkedIn to search for jobs and internships. And all you need to do is, you see here, you see these jobs, you can come here and you click jobs. You click jobs, they start suggesting you jobs based on this, and you can search the job by title. Let's say business consultant. We want to search by state. Let's say I'm in Dubai now, put it and all of that, and it brings it up. LinkedIn is going to bring me jobs and all of that, and you can go further. You can say, okay, you know what? Show me jobs only in that jobs that have been posted only in the past 24 hours. You click experience level. You can say, you know what? I just have 4 years experience in all of that. I am not very experienced. Or if you're looking just for internship, you click internship. You're looking for entry level, you click. You're looking for middle level, associate, you click, and all of that. Let's try internship. You're looking for a particular company, all of that. You just select, and then you're going to start seeing all of these opportunities. You can search them and you can apply them. And before you know it, it can lead to a lot of breakthrough in your career and in your business, right? Good. So you can search for jobs and internships on LinkedIn. The fourth, is it the fourth or the fifth? The fifth thing that you can do on LinkedIn is engage in groups. One powerful thing on LinkedIn is group engagement. There are thousands of groups on LinkedIn. Thousands of groups on LinkedIn. Let me see. I am in a couple of groups and all of that. You see, this is a good story of what I was talking about. Evans is somebody I've trained. He has attended a couple of my programs, and I was a recommendation for him. You see, he was recently made a junior senator, something what they do, like junior senator for parliamentarians of Africa or something by the United Nations. So he was made that, and he shared the accomplishments. You see, it's good. This is what LinkedIn talks about, professionalism and all of that, right? Good. But I was talking about groups. I've had some new opportunities from different countries because of groups. One of my favorite groups is Black Leaders Worldwide. This group is made up of Black CEOs, Black entrepreneurs, Black founders, like top gurus, top guys from different countries across the world, right? So in this group, I get to share content, I get to write. These are groups of very smart people and all of that. You can find groups like this and you join. This group has about almost 100,000 followers, 30,000 followers. Where is that stuff? Okay, see, 29,000 members in this group. So imagine you're a member in this group and you're recognized in this group. You make a post in this group, people see you from all over the world. And you can just make a nice post and somebody say, oh, I have this coming up and I think we can partner together. Are you available to come to my country for this? That's how it happens. Boom. Right? I'm in this group on Kenya business communities. I always go to Kenya and do business. So that's how I found this. Right? It has 111,000 members. You see? So groups are very powerful. So you can go on LinkedIn and you can search groups that resonate with you. Like I'm a Cameroonian. I do business in Cameroon. So I'm in this group called Cameroon Business Communities. 19,000 members, right? So you can engage in groups and all of that, because in these groups, you're going to meet people, you're going to make new contacts, you're going to see new opportunities, you're going to network and you're going to engage and all of that. So make good use of groups on LinkedIn. So you can search for groups and you are good to go. Let me see. So sometimes we come under network, you're going to see groups. You can click on groups, and I think they will suggest, you see more groups that they can suggest for you, and you are good to go. Let me see. Yeah, this here, when you click on my network, and you scroll down, you're going to see here, they're going to give you people, and then they're going to give you, from there, they're going to suggest you events that you can attend. And this one good thing about this, the next thing I want to talk about on LinkedIn, a lot of virtual events. One of the best ways that you can connect on LinkedIn is virtual events, right? See, somebody is even organizing a live session on LinkedIn tomorrow on profile optimizing, setting up your LinkedIn profile the right way. This is a free training tomorrow on LinkedIn, 2:30 p.m. This is, I think this is Central American time, right? So you can also come and you're going to find different free events that you can attend here on LinkedIn and all of that. After that, they'll suggest more people, and I want to take you to groups. Here, you can follow pages, right? You can follow pages. If you see an institution that resonates with the work that you do, you can follow. I always follow. When I see anything that resonates with the work I do, I just follow, because in these pages, they give announcements, all of that. You're going to see more online events, all of that. So you see this under your network, and this is a lot of value, right? There's groups. Groups is still hiding. It's supposed to be groups somewhere. Okay, it's taking long. So when you come under my network, you're going to see all these events, all these groups, and all of that, right? Good. So groups are very important, or sometimes you can just search groups. When you search, you come here, you see, you come here, you click groups. When you click groups, LinkedIn is going to show you all of that. Those of you who are in digital marketing, this is a digital marketing group. It has 2 million members. So in this group, you're going to learn, going to see some of the smartest digital marketing guys here, right? You can join, see what's the latest thing in digital marketing. You join and you're good to go. So groups are a big resource as far as LinkedIn is concerned. I'm in a meeting. Okay, good. So make good use of groups and you're good to go. All right. So the next thing I'll talk about is sharing content. Publishing and sharing content. And then I'm going to take questions. But the secret about LinkedIn is doing. Okay. That's why I'm trying to make it as practical as possible. So the next thing on LinkedIn you need to do is share content. And there are basically 4 primary ways. Let me say 4 primary ways to share content. Number 1, you can do direct, just post and write text, and you post. You write your text, all of that, right? And then you post. That's the primary way. Or you write a text and you add a picture, right? You do that. You write a text and you add a picture. And one thing that LinkedIn does that is so powerful is, I think when you reach a certain number of followers, LinkedIn now activates for you to create a newsletter. Newsletter is where you can write articles and LinkedIn send to the email it, LinkedIn email it to the people who are following you, right? I have a newsletter on LinkedIn which people subscribe and they read from me every morning. That's the third way that you can create content on LinkedIn. Here, you see under here, these are articles. These are articles, and these articles are published under my blog. How do I call it again? I publish under my newsletter known as Mr. Remarkable's Perspective. So these are the articles that I have published on LinkedIn. So when I publish, and there's a way to publish this, and I'm going to show you. But this is under, so there are subscribers. I think there are about 6,000 people that read from me every morning. I'm trying to look for that that stuff. So these are the articles here. Oh, la, la. It's not showing. There's a way it normally shows. But what you're going to see that it's a newsletter. It's a newsletter. So here, when you publish, it goes straight to the people. And to publish newsletter, because LinkedIn also has a limited number of characters or words that you can write in an article. I've forgotten the exact number, but if your article is if you want to post something here and it's too long, they're going to refuse. They're going to refuse. So when something is too long, they no longer call it a post. They now refer to it as an article. So you need to come here and you post like a blog post. You see, you put the title, put the picture, and then you write the body here. You see, this is my newsletter, Mr. Remarkable's Perspectives and my experience on personal productivity, business, and all of that, right? So, good. This is the full, 7,000 subscribers. So people actually subscribe to read from me every morning when I post, right? So this is an example. So if you come here, these are articles I have posted the last couple of months and years. It says I've posted together 273 editions. This newsletter is not up. I started this newsletter, I don't think it's up to 2 years, because you need to reach a certain number of followers before they give you the access to have a newsletter on LinkedIn, because you've been recognized as people who are thought leaders on LinkedIn. I don't know if they have changed that, but I before I did not have this element. When it was activated, I was notified that I can now create a newsletter. People now subscribe to read from me anytime I make a post, and they send it to them on LinkedIn, to their emails directly. Okay, so these are the primary ways that you can post on LinkedIn. You do it a direct post, just write your words and you post, or you add your picture and you post, you add a video and you post, or you want to post a job, you post a job, or you write an article and you post, right? And then lastly, yes, you can do paid ads on LinkedIn, but it works better when you create a business account, right? So when you create a business account, you need to come here and you create a company page. What Facebook calls a business account, LinkedIn calls the company page, right? So you need to create a company page so you can be able to do your paid ads on LinkedIn. And it's as easy as the same way to create an account on LinkedIn. One thing you can also do on LinkedIn is that you can learn. There are free courses on LinkedIn and there are paid courses. And there are some courses only available, for people that have LinkedIn Premium. So you can take courses on LinkedIn and all of that, and you can be able to study and learn new stuff. So yeah, I think most courses on LinkedIn are mostly for those who have paid premium LinkedIn, right? But very good courses, very good courses. Sometimes they do free courses and all of that, and you can study. It's called LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning. Some are paid, some are, you must have premium LinkedIn before you get it, and all of that. Good. So in general, this is like a LinkedIn crash course I have given you. And there is a big part of LinkedIn that it can only be unveiled to you when you have done all these basics that I have given you, right? Who would like us to review their LinkedIn accounts? Type your name in the chat box. Let us review one LinkedIn account, and let me show you the things I was saying and how the person can correct them. Then the rest can go do in their private time. Yeah, to a certain extent, LinkedIn is like Facebook, but way better in different ways. All right. You see, you need to follow instructions. I said, who would like us to review the LinkedIn account? You said me. Me is not your name. I said, type name. So I'm taking the first one that type the name, right? All right. Where are you, Kenneth? I don't see you on LinkedIn. Did you give me the right name? Let's get the next person. I don't think you have a LinkedIn account, Mr. Kenneth. It's not showing. So you need to go and create it. Let's try Elvis. Okay. Let's see what Elvis has here. So I'm going to open mine and then open Elvis's. All right. So this profile picture is good because it represents education, right? Professionalism, and it's okay. Let me connect with you. So you can maintain this if you want, but and you can change it to a suit, anyone, but this is good because it represents education. This is good, but it doesn't make sense. What does lilies means and all of that? So if you want to post a logo like this, when somebody sees this, they may like to come and say, okay, you know what, let me check if he has a company by name, that name. And then you see, somebody will be struggling to read you and understand what you do and all of that. Good. So either you need to redo this and write the full meaning of this acronym here so that it's good. Okay. Postgraduate, University of Bamenda, all of that. This is good, but it doesn't show what you do. So your headline is weak, right? Your headline here should show what do you do. Postgraduate just talks academics, but anybody can be a postgraduate. But what do you do? What do you do? You say you're a student in cloud computing. That is good. But are there things you can do in cloud computing already? Maybe. Then you can list those skills there. You get the concept? So you need to rewrite your headline. Let it be like mine, right? This is what I can do. Let me see. What did you study in school? Is it there? Geography and planning. Okay, let's say, for example, here you can write town planner, climate change researcher. You see what I'm taking you to? Something that somebody can read and say, oh, this is what Elvis can do. I can work with Elvis on a project in this area. You get the concept? Good. Then the next thing we spoke about was you don't have about. I don't think it's that good. You see, you don't have about. So it makes it difficult for somebody to read and know who you truly are. So you need to have this. You need to spend time and write this. Everybody has a place where they can write about themselves. So the one most important thing that you must have on LinkedIn, you don't have at all. It's not there, right? Good. So you need to work on it and you're good to go. And then, yeah, education is good, but sometimes you can break it further. What are you really studying in that area? You see? Yeah, so you correct all these few things, then you start being engaging. I don't see that the last post that you made on LinkedIn was 6 months ago and you are sharing your accomplishment. This is good. But what next? Does this face looks familiar? Elvis, is this face looking very familiar? Wait, he used to come to Rogasa, right? When we were kids. Zoo Electronics. Yes. So this is actually a childhood friend. Long time ago. Good, good. See, I was like, I've been looking at like this face. I should know this face. All right. So yeah, so just work on that. I think you're good to go. All right. Let's see Mr. Henry Owana. Am I getting the so that you guys can learn from your teacher? You see, this is good, right? The cover picture says, I am an author, right? The profile page, you can see his face, it's neat, it's clean, it's in the studio, good. Author, his headline is there, author, entrepreneur, sales, marketing consultant, trainer. Simple, straight to the point, right? Then you come to, you see his activities and all of that, his about is there. You see, his about is there and all of that. And experience, etc. So it makes it easy for somebody to build a relationship with him and get to work with him, right? So if you are good, LinkedIn is a gold mine, all right? LinkedIn is a powerful gold mine, and we can take advantage of it and be able to achieve a lot in our careers and business. So and the beautiful thing about LinkedIn is that when you are able to lay this foundation and do this right, the other things on LinkedIn you begin to learn on your own, right? Begin to learn on your own because it be so easy for you to do because you have the most difficult things in LinkedIn. I have talked about it already. I'm telling you. And if you can do all of these things, it becomes easy now for you to do any other thing they want to do on LinkedIn. Whether you want to edit, improve, innovate, I don't care what you want to do. You can do it easily when you get this foundation right. All right. Questions, and then we'll round up.